Wolves tape. Bangles on the rhythm, yeah, it's fucked.
I'll to do Musea, they can I get in the name. Jadotame, I asked how they bought a whole game. Money on my mind, koi hold me on aim. Very thing get down, they just get framed. Koi at the army, Nicolay Banamana. Guess and I'll found the new rap and I'll.
So we have arrived. Now what we have to do?
So we are here at the site and we will interview some of the people working here.
Who are working over
And let's
here
see how it
and
goes.
yep.
Our friend of Karan also joined us. And this is my friend Lovely. And we are from LaSalle College. Yeah, we are here.
From where?
LaSalle College, Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we are a student from environmental science class, and we have been sent here to help you do the work and also document what you guys are doing. So, do you consent?
Well, I'm Dan. This is Jerry. Jerry's the president.
Hi.
So you can deal with Jerry.
So he is Ashwini, she is Lovely, and myself Pushpreet.
And I'm Jerry. I'm president and shipping manager of Rotary World Health.
Yeah. So can you please tell us about what's going on here?
Well, basically, what we're doing is we're loading a container that's on its way to Ethiopia, and it's going to be providing beds and other medical supplies for a new health care center that's been developed in Addis Ababa.
Okay.
And so we're loading up the contents of this container. The goods are donated by the Fraser Health organization. And they basically connect with all the hospitals and healthcare facilities in the Lower Mainland, and they supply us the items that we load on the container. So we have a truck that's up there, you can't see, but we have a truck that we load all
Clean up on aisle 6,
onto this container. Everybody that's here are volunteers. They're with a variety of different Rotary clubs, Surrey Club, Vancouver Club, Chilliwack Club. So there's volunteers. Containers to Cuba. We're loading a container to Guatemala. We're loading a container to Ghana coming up. So we've got a lot of potential containers in process, but this is typical. We get quite a bit of wheelchairs. Again, a lot of that comes from hospitals and healthcare, senior healthcare centers. We get obviously, along with the beds, we get mattresses.
Oh.
These are patient lifts, and again, those are from the hospitals that we get. We've actually got a significant number of computers from Douglas College. Every year they renew their computers, and we get their, we'll call them used computers, but they're usually only a couple of years old. We're actually going to get about 700 of them with their next phase in March or April, where they're renewing their computers. So we get quite a few computers. Those go to a lot of, they're actually destined for Guatemala, for they've got an education program where they supply computers to high schools, universities, and secondary schools. So a lot of them are going to Guatemala. We get some fairly sophisticated medical equipment, and we get anesthesia machines, we get other equipments for operating rooms, we get stretchers and other things. So again, it's all just related to what the hospitals are renewing. Most hospitals have a 5 or 10 year renewal plan, so even if their equipment isn't defective, they still have to have it renewed. So most of what we get from hospitals is equipment that's in working order. It's just they've had to replace it because that's the schedule that they use for replacing the equipment. So yeah, and then we also get over there's quite a few boxes of. The boxes are a lot of the boxes came from when they were putting in masks and gowns and other COVID-related items. Those are a lot of those boxes there that we're still waiting to ship out. We also get a lot of medical supplies, like syringes and other medical supplies from hospitals that, again, they've either got oversupply of them, or they just have, they've utilize what they need. So we get a lot of medical supplies as well. We open up what they send us, we verify that it's not expired, and then we repackage them into boxes that then get loaded on the containers. And those boxes that I showed you outside are made up primarily of those smaller medical supplies that get repacked and verified that they're working condition. Yeah, we open them up, make sure that they're not expired, make sure that they're functional, and then we repack them, label them, and then they get loaded on the containers. So there's a lot of work, and Rotary World Health is strictly a volunteer organization. There's no paid employees. Dan is a volunteer, I'm a volunteer, and everybody that's involved with the operation is an unpaid employee. And Dan he's our warehouse manager. He maintains the goods in the warehouse. He picks them up and then stores them in the warehouse, and he's involved with deciding what gets loaded onto our containers. So yeah, it's quite an operation. We've been running since 1997.
Wow, that's a long time.
And we've loaded 400, actually this will be the 446th container that we've loaded to 62 countries
So how
around
many
the world.
volunteers who are working with you right now?
Directly, we've got 13 members on our board, which are part of the management group. And then for volunteers, I'd say we connect with probably, well, there's 40 clubs, 40 Rotary clubs that are part of our organization. And we have members from those Rotary clubs come out intermittently when there's a load. So we send out a message to the clubs. We usually get about 40 to 50 people coming out to load. But the number of volunteers, if we looked at the number of Rotary clubs and we said there's 20 people per Rotary club, about 800 different volunteer potential people that would be involved. So it's a very large operation. So another aspect of Rotary World Health that's important to recognize is not only do we help support communities outside of Canada, but we also save the healthcare system significant amounts of money, in that if we weren't taking the goods that they have in surplus or the goods that they're replacing in their hospitals, and if we didn't load them on containers to other countries, they would end up getting thrown into the landfill at a cost to the organizations, to the healthcare organizations. They'd have to pay to have these items moved. So we're saving them money. We're saving the environment because we're not increasing the goods that are going into the landfill. So that's another aspect of Rotary World Health. We not only help the international countries that need this kind of equipment, we're helping the local economy and the local environmental issues because of the fact we're not promoting the usage of this into our disposal of this into landfills. So another important aspect of Rotary World Health.
Now that was the easy part.
How many years have you had this in storage?
Not long.
Really? Oh, I can't imagine what house had these or what hospital.
Yeah, really got to push.
You gotta push hard.
There you go. There's the click.
Hey.
There it is.
Okay, everybody.